Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Alright. Sorry guys. It's been a while. But I was on break and I just got back to college. I was hoping to do some things, but I happened to realize the things I wanted to do won't be able to be completed. I need certain items to complete the things I want to do, and right now I don't have the money or funds to get it. So hopefully I can do that later for you guys. I hope to plan to do it later. To be honest, right now I think I'll try to get some gameplay of Legends of Secrets of Grindia later, and I'll try to get that stuff uploaded earlier. But today we're just going to look at Magic Survival. A new update came in with a lot of cool and inventive ideas and stuff has been added in. Still no change to subjects. But let me show real quick what happened. So nothing new on areas, but Magic got a new upgrade. So you can get these little stars throughout your playthrough. A lot of them are pretty cool. I think I've seen every one. I've already played with all of them. A lot of them are upgrades and abilities that just help upgrade your damage. But some are specialized, which really are cool. Like this one, I love this one. Maximum level is increased by 3. You do spend 1 level to get it, but it's basically extra 2 levels. They have moved around a few artifacts, and I plan to show that off later on. I forgot to start a timer. Shoot. Hopefully this video doesn't go too long, but I'll start it up and we'll go to the 20-minute mark on the game. Also, I've gotten a few more classes upgraded. I haven't maxed out any yet, so I'm getting close. For some reason, I'm really good at getting enhancer levels. I really don't like that because I'm not a fan of enhancer. It's Thunderstorm. My favorite's Electromancer, but hey. So far I've gotten a little bit farther in this, which I'm happy. But I've just been practicing this, going all out on it, hoping I can actually beat it. It's kind of hard to actually beat this. But they've made some new upgrades. I'll be showing them off as we go on. Nothing too upgraded to the classes, which I'm happy that they haven't changed much about the classes. I kind of wish they would add maybe 1 or 2. Because I feel like some classes would be, like some new classes might be interesting, or maybe a new ability. Come on. Who wouldn't want a new ability added to a game? I do like the new abilities they did add that ups damage on most stuff. I think it's really cool abilities. I'm hoping one will show up in this. When I play normally, I normally get like a good like 4 to 5 sometimes throughout my playthrough. And if I get really lucky, I can get up to 10. That was my highest grab at one point. I normally grab those over any other thing because a lot of them are really helpful for my upgrades. Yeah, I'm grabbing move speed. Okay. But basically I have been wondering something. I've noticed something. Oh my gosh. Hello, increase all damage, all magic damage. I've noticed something which I've sad that it took me a while to notice. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you see my stats right now? Well, I've noticed something interesting. Sometime I'll wait till we get farther in and I'll mention it, but I'm pretty sure the game does an interesting mechanic that makes it seem like the game's actually harder than it actually is. So, in games, there's multiple ways to make the game harder, especially this one where it goes over time and you can get more artifacts and other stuff. But I'm pretty sure I once did the test because I got really mad about my armor reduction. But they have like certain abilities that I think lower some stats. Because I'd gotten Dragon Cloak, which gives you a 30% buff to your percentage on. I don't know if it's. Maybe it's my own dumbness, though, I think. But I feel like my stats were lowered at one point. Because I got like 30% on my Dragon Cloak. I got a 12% off the cross, and then I have my natural 20%. But for some reason, I only have like 35? I'm pretty sure the game does what's known as decreasing. Is where they stat decreasing. Sorry. But it's when a game decreases your stats over time to make it harder for you. It's when they can't upgrade the boss, any of the monsters anymore, so it slowly decreases your stats over time. I don't know when it starts or if it is that and I'm just being if it is actually doing that or I'm just dumb. But if they're doing stat decreasing, I think it's an interesting idea. For the idea, it makes it harder on you over time. I think it's kind of maddening for me because I dislike losing stats, but I understand the idea. It's supposed to make it harder so you actually do lose. Because if my plan went to progression, I was trying to get 100% damage reduction, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't be possible. So I don't blame him for it, to be honest. I think it's actually more interesting if the game's harder. I do agree though, my plan was to get dragon. So the dragon cloak gives you 30. The cross gives you 25. I have a natural 20. Right now the 30 plus a 20 gives me up to 50. And then I got Aegis, which gives me another 10% buff. So that would be 60. And I still haven't added cross, which is 12. So that's around 72 right now. And then if you get Magic Barrier ups your defense based on your mana. So if you get your mana up to basically, if you get your mana up to full, it'd give you an extra 50, which would basically mean my 72 plus 50 would kind of make it overkill on that. But sadly, that's not how it works. Either that or they made it impossible to go above 75. I got it up to 75 and it wouldn't go any higher, and I think it decreased a little bit, so I do think they do stat decreasing. Because it was at 75 and then went to 72 about like 10 minutes later. I don't know how they do it if they do stat decreasing, or if it's just my own dumbness and thought they decreased. I don't know. I can be very dumb sometimes and look at a number and think it's a 3, think it's a 5, and then actually it's a 2. Have you guys ever done that actually? Like, you thought something was something, and then you look at it again and it's like, oh wait, that's not a 5, that's a 2. Maybe my brain wanted me to think I was doing better than I actually thought I was. But they've also added a new mechanic that I hope I can get to. I should have probably picked the other ability. There's another ability that helps you upgrade or level up faster, which is Scholar. But what I'm about to say, at the very end, remember how like whenever you hit the end, if you guys ever hit the end of this, there used to be a thing where you just sat there on 100% mana. So most mana stats or artifacts would basically just be fully active. Well, they've now made endgame extra stuff. So even if you max out your level, they now allow you to upgrade passive abilities. So, you know, like the passive we can get, like the extra health or regen? Now they give you golden abilities. Sadly, that's the only thing you can access once you've upgraded. And the way you can tell this is your screen will basically turn all the normal abilities to gold and they'll all be passives only. They have a limit to how much the passive actually does, but it's kind of just crazy on that. I do like a lot of the artifact changes though. They did artifact changes that I'm happy about and a few that I'm And here's one of them, Juggernaut. Sorry, I'm going to switch the topic over this, but here's one of the ones, Juggernaut. Attack increased by 10%, and reduce damage taken by 15. This was another one I added into that pool, because I love Juggernaut. Juggernaut with damage decrease. But look at that. My natural is a 20, and I just added Juggernaut, which is 15, so it's 32. Huh? Am I wrong here? Is something wrong in my mind here? Okay, so I have a natural 20, and I got a 15 damage reduction. How does that equal 32? Can somebody explain that? What is equaling 32 there? I feel like they do some decrease, so you can't be, like, ultra powerful. I feel like they do have limits on that, which kind of make me sad because my whole plan got ruined. But in the end, I think it is very important, because if you could be infinitely undestructible, you'd never be able to end the game, let's be honest. Who wants to sit there and realize they can't take damage? What's the point of that game if you can't lose? This game is relying on you to lose at the very end, no matter what you do. Which is kind of saddening, but it's also kind of fun because you just get to start over again and try again. That's what I love about this game. It's a new start each time. Of course, most of the stuff I do is always the same because I love 3 amazing spells that they have in Combination Magic. I don't really use the other ones. My 3 favorite are, of course, the Arcane Swords. Let me actually show you whenever I get the ability. But I'll show you guys once I get the ability up. I hope you guys are having a great day, though. I actually had a really great day because I was watching some YouTube shorts and a creator that I watched, they play Star Rail like I play Star Rail a little bit. I tried putting it on my channel once and that could have gone better. Sadly, it didn't go too good. But I don't even know if it's on this channel or if it's on a different thing of mine. But I tried using it, I tried uploading it and everything, but mainly the live stream kind of got, oh, I right, 30% damage. Sorry, I'm really getting off track. 52, huh? I have a natural 20. I have a 15 and a 30. Yeah, they definitely they have stat reduction somewhere here, man. There's no way. There's no way it's just 52. There's no way it's just 52. Yeah, so my plans never work out, and I'm so sad about it. Oh, here's another one of them. It gives you plus 10 amplification, but you have to reduce your HP recovery. I'd say it's worth it because it's only a 25 reduction. I'm pretty sure the heart gives you a basic 25. It's basically a part of your passive talent taken away. Plus, you can always get it through artifacts. Artifacts also give you it. See, look, that artifact already got me a positive again. But yeah, no, there's certain artifacts that will make it automatically positive, which I love. I'm waiting for the artifact to show up because I know it will show its ugly face. It's not a bad artifact now. If you guys remember, one of my favorite artifacts that I use to get around trapped areas, like the poison gas cloud, has been changed. It was a lantern. The lantern would give you immunity to traps. That means poison gas clouds couldn't deal you damage. Well, that's not a thing anymore. What they did instead was remove the lantern's change the lantern's ability so far. They've changed the lantern's ability so that instead of it removing the damage you take from traps, it now gives the field a passive. So on the field, mana orbs spawn. It gives it a 10% spawn up rate. So you get 10% more orbs spawning on the field. Plus, increase to your collecting range. Which I'm partially mad at for 2 reasons. Number 1, I loved the ability to just get rid of my trap phobia with the flippin' point. Sorry, no, I don't have a phobia of traps. But it's so annoying. I hate traps. They're like killing me on the inside somehow. They are mentally killing me on the inside every time. Why? Because traps sit there and mess with you too much. I can't do anything about it. But they basically got rid of my safety from the poison trap, which I hate because I love the poison trap. I love getting rid of the poison trap's effects. The poison map is my most hated map for that reason. I hate it. Why, you may ask? Because the poison clouds are too hard for most of my abilities to get through and kill. There are certain abilities that can really help with it, but most of the long-range damaging abilities take too long to uphold, and even if I get high cooldowns on them, it's not enough to literally take it down, because I've gotten high cooldowns, and it really does not help. But I just hate traps. I hate them. One of my favorite upgrades, though, has to be the crown. So the crown used to do the most annoying thing in the world. It'd get rid of all your artifacts for a simple attack buff. Now you might be like, well, that's kind of good, right? No. All the artifacts, even your legendaries, your rares, your special, your epics, everything, just thrown out for attack buff. They've now changed it to something I love better. It gives you attack power per epic artifact and attack power per special artifact, which can be pretty good if you get a lot of them, which I've been collecting right now, and I can show you its actual buff right now. Its buff is 9%. It'll get better. I have two specials, the Assassination and the Hollow. Those two are really good. Assassination is really nice if you want to do high damage. I don't take Fire Lord because the only one of those I actually use is Fireball. So I do not take Fire Lord. I use mostly electric and ice ones because, hey, I'm Jack Frost. I love my ice, man. I love my ice ones. Right now, what I'm getting up, though, are two of my favorites, which I'm trying to get up right now. I'm going to take Circular Saw Blade. Satellites is another one of my favorite ones that I love to get up. And as you can tell, my always favorite electric ring here is doing me my favorite. But my favorite abilities are one I already have right now. Flying Swords. Where are they? Flying Swords, Winter Storm, and my other ice one, Blooming Snowflakes. I love those three. I really don't get a fourth one. I know there's an artifact that allows you to get a fourth one, but it reduces cooldown or attack. I forget which it is, but reduces something that I'd rather not lose. Reductions are needed sometimes where you need to reduce a skill to get up something else, which I love, but some things I don't. Another one is Adrenaline I will not take because I do not like it. So it ups attack, critical rate, and movement speed. Attack is nice. I don't care about critical rate or movement speed much, so it's not really a pull all get all. I will get this time because I'd rather not add Armageddon or Energy Bolt. I don't want to put any time or effort into those spells. Plus, there's the biggest problem now. There's the biggest problem with your leveling. After you hit max level, you are stuck with whatever you have on you. Because you cannot get any more magics, except for like 3 magic artifacts that up your level or allow you to get special magics, which are Trot cards, a special artifact that allows you to get 5 magics, and the legendary ability that ups your level by 5. Those are the only abilities that allow you to get more magic, as well as the 3-level addition ability that you can now get. But with that, that's the only way to up how much magic you can get. Which makes me sad, because, like, it just hurts me physically that you can no longer get any magic. I do like the addition that they did, like, they have end game abilities, so you don't just stop leveling. That was my worst thing that I hated about this sometimes. You'd sit at the end, and you'd have nothing to upgrade with. You'd just sit there doing nothing. Like, it's not even point. Like, there's a point to running around and grabbing the little magic stuff on the field, but there is no point. Why? Because you basically get rid of the reason to pick up that stuff once you hit 100, once you hit level 100, or even higher if you take on other stuff that ups your level. But it just felt so left field for me. You sit there and you'd be like, oh, I'm fully leveled. There's no point for me to move because there's artifacts you can even get that up your attack for just sitting in place. The war banners, to be exact. And the only reason to move is literally the chest. Which, I will admit, I kind of sad that the chests get less prevalent near the end. Like, I'm pretty sure after you get over, I think it's 27... there are no more legendary chests. I think it's 27 minutes, there are no more legendary chests. I can't remember if that's true or not, but I don't remember seeing one after I beat a boss, and it kind of made me sad. It's like 27 and 30 seconds, which kind of made me sad. But there is a point where they stop giving you artifacts, except from the normal chest you get. You'll still get the chest countdown timer or whatever they do for that thing. I still have never understood how chests are distributed. That is something I really wonder. You can also get chests from the big boys that will show up around, I think it's the 20. It's around the, no, 15-minute mark. 15-minute mark, big boys show up, but we'll see them soon. 15 or 16, I think. But the big boys are basically just giant ones that can drop. They can drop 3 different things that I've noticed. The 3 different things are pink orbs. Oh, nope, he's here early. Well, that's interesting. Pink orbs, runes, or basic chests. With that, basic chests are really nice, and that's one of the rarer drops. I've seen it drop like 3 times in most of my playthroughs. I've seen a basic chest drop from one of them. Either that, or I'm killing them and they're actually dropping them off screen because I do have a lot of long range abilities, like flying swords. If you see, it kind of goes off screen a little bit, so I can't see if it's actually hitting them and a chest drops from them. But I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it isn't. But it has a rare chance of actually dropping a chest. It'll most likely drop the mana orb, the pink mana orbs, which are the most likely thing for it to drop. It does sometimes drop a rune that's more of a rare one. I think basically mana orb is normal. The runes are like a 50%. Like, wait, no. Mana orb's like 50. Runes are like 40? And like chests are 10? I don't know how it actually works. I'm just guessing off what I've seen. Because I can sometimes get a lot of runes from them too. So that's why I'm saying 40. I know chests are very rare, so it's like 10. So I highly doubt they're like, see, mana orb, told you. But I really need to get up. Something you should at least get up by at least this time is at least two combined magics, because you will have hard times if you do not. As you saw, I literally nearly had lost a lot of HP. Dragon Arcane. I like Dragon Arcane. It ups attack and amplification. Amplification is really good. It amplifies your attack power. I don't know the actual amplifier or what the actual amplifier is, but I just know it's cool to up your attack. Stronger you are, the harder it is to fall, because they won't get anywhere near you. Another thing that I like, there are 3 abilities that I really love to use. Number 1 is Cloak. Cloak allows you to run around and get around things easily while passing through enemies and not taking damage. I love Cloak as a passive. The next one I love is Shield. These are ones you should get if you don't have anything else in your hands. If like you're sitting there like, oh, I have a ton of other levels here. This lantern, magic orb, basically increases what's on the field and ups your pickup range. I hate it. I hate that they got rid of my old lantern. It's because I don't like traps. Poison Field's my most hated trap, as I said. I'm still sad about it. I'm still sad. Come on, drop me a chest. Thank you. So they can't drop chests. It's just very rare. God, why did you have to actually listen to me? Why did you have to listen to me? You're supposed to prove that they're rare, man. God, these things don't help me at all. I'm pretty sure that's why I say 10% too, because there is a chance that they actually drop it. Also, to activate my Blooming Snowflake, if you want to know that, that's Ice Age and Pole on Tsunami. I already have Pole up and I have Ice Age going. And once you get those 2 up, you can get what I'm trying to get after I get enough of these mana orbs. This is why I do like that they have an artifact that ups the mana orbs on the floor. I still like that, but I'm kind of sad that they had to get rid of the Trap Destroyer. You can get it then. I'm not getting it because of Noblesse. Noblesse creates a chest. I'm gonna be honest, I love Noblesse for that. Unless I get crappy stuff like this. Unless I get terrible artifacts. I should have gone with that flipping thing. I don't even remember what I grabbed. I grabbed the random artifact because I was mad. Blooming snowflakes helped me. But this is what I love about blooming snowflakes. If we can have anybody survive. Yee! Look at them! They're just popping! I love the look at them. The look on them is so good. And then let's get satellites because I had gotten the upgrade for satellites earlier. My favorite area of attacks. So like my little electric circle here or my satellites are kind of my main go-tos. That's why I also love Arcane Blade though. Arcane Blade creates a long strip of damage. Anything hit by that long strip takes damage. That's why I love Arcane Blade too. And then I love my little satellites because they're inner protection with my already area of effect damage. It's basically a safe zone. I love it. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, this is probably not needed, but I wish there was like a ability like Sword Master where like you like slashed around you, like did a little spinning thing happening around you at all times. Like, so the reason why I want that, I'm gonna get Priest. But the reason why I want that is because I want something to combat with like my little satellites. I want like the electric circle, the satellites moving, and then like blades circling around me in the opposite direction. So it can make my perfect safety circle, man. Plus, to be honest, just imagine it. It's like two things circling around. It sounds like really good, especially if you can get like satellites upgraded to like the best of their ability. I don't like any of these artifacts. I will admit some things I do not agree on their upgrades. One thing that I do not agree on is they upgraded keys. So what they did to keys is what I say is a horrid thing. They've now made it an epic item. I understand it's awesome for Crown, since Crown does take one amplification, but I'm sorry, I don't believe those keys are epic if you can't change the legendary chest drops. If you cannot change the legendary chest drops, it is not epic. It has never been epic, it has been rare. I do not care what you feel, but it is a rare, and it will always be rare in my heart. I know for a fact. Because there is no way that is epic. Epic is something super cool, like switching the legendary chest drops like it used to do. Now that it can't do that, I am actually ticked that they made it epic. I feel like if they would have just made it epic and kept the legendary chest drop change, I wouldn't have a problem. But they made it epic and satisfactory said on the end of it that that it does not change the legendary chest. They're like to me that feels like an insult because it was like, hey, look, we know it doesn't change the legendary chest drop anymore. Deal with it. And you know what I say? I can't deal with your epic signage. That isn't epic. That's rare. We all know it's been rare. It's always been rare. And what you just want to do was put something to make it sound cool. I don't pick it up. I never use them. And I will never use the keys because of how annoyed I am that they cannot change the legendary chest. Do you see this thing? Actually, I don't like any of these. I think the only thing I'm taking is Titan's Might, but I hate it. Because it really does not do that much of a change in attack rate, I feel. I feel the Dragon is so much better than it. Oh my god. But yeah, whatever. I'm just mad they had to make it. They had to have made it flippin' epic. Over all the items that need epifying, you had to put flippin' keys? I'm sorry, sir, but those keys are less than epic. Ooh, I've never... Actually, did I get... I don't know if I had this one. This one's kind of cool. The maximum HP of elite monsters. So, you know the big guys that we see? Their HP has now been decreased by 10%. But... Let's look at my... Oh, it's 75. It's just because of that flippin' magic shield. But let me get it. Let me get it almost maxed right now. So my mana. So as the mana bar rises, also what also rises is the defense. Yeah, 71. So it does go up to 75 when you get it up to max. I think that's as max as you can get with the um defense. I think they made it that way for just reasons that you couldn't be ultra OP. Let's be honest, if you sat there and couldn't take damage, you would get the highest time ever because you couldn't take damage. So I don't blame him for it. I'm just kind of sad that I had to learn that after realizing that my perfect set isn't so perfect. And also, it felt like a waste to realize that the cross I added on does not do anything to my addition. Because I noticed that I just realized, as I said, I had the cross on. So the cross never even did anything. At one point that makes me realize that some abilities have a limit to what they can do. So like evasion's the same because I think I put like evasion cloak, I put the mask, I put like everything I had in the evasion at one point, and I could only get it up to I think like it wasn't even 50. It was like 30. It was like 45 around there, but it was close. It was high. My natural evasion right now is 28. It's because I have something upping it by 10%, but it's not 10% upped because I think my natural is 20. I think my natural is 20. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know for a fact. Don't quote me on that. It could be 15. I think my other thing could be 15. But I don't know. If there's a maximum to these, I really feel like they should have let you know at one point because there are probably people putting on all this defense gear thinking they're like invulnerable at some points and then realizing, wait, what? I did that. I literally did that. I thought I was invincible when it got up to full one point until I learned the hard truth of realizing that I'm not invincible. I also have all my points put into defense and I don't even think I need it. I really don't, because if that... I don't even have Aegis on. Wait, I don't even have Aegis. Aegis ups it by 10%. Oh, 76 is the max so far. That's the highest you can get damage... damage stopping. Winter Storm! Hey, we have Winter Storm. But... I'm just sad. A part of me is just sad at that point. Realizing that your abilities have a limit and realizing it as you are dumb enough to not realize it. I should have realized that. I will be honest, I should have realized it sooner because there's no way a game would make you ultra powerful. And what makes me even more mad, I'm now realizing that Aegis only upside once you max out your flippin' damage taken is that it makes you... The only upside to Aegis is that it makes you higher amplification. It gives you I think for every 10% of your damage decrease, reducing your damage taken, it gives you I think 3% amplification. I think it's around that. But the saddening part about that is just like if the max is like 70, maybe even 80, so say it actually does get up to 80. The max you're getting there is, let's see. Alright, so 3 per 10. That would be 3 per 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. What's 8 times 3? 8 times 3 is... I used to be good at math. Oh my god. What have I done to myself? I'm still in college too. This is just showing how dumb I am. College does not help make you smarter, kids. College does not make you smarter. Unless you actually focus on making yourself smarter, then you do become smarter. I'm not. I'm working to getting a degree that it doesn't need as much math. I don't need much math in my degree. Um, what is it? 8 times 3. Why can I not remember 8 times 3? I think it was one of my harder ones to remember. I'm gonna get cloaking. I like Mirage because it actually makes cloaking worth it. Because cloaking has a very small timer. You wanna see how small? Well, I don't have it anymore, but I forget my cooldowns. Oh yeah, they added a new one called Excalibur. It's kinda cool. I say kind of because I feel like Excalibur gets underrated with how big my abilities can get. Like, let me just show you as I pull Uranium. Uranium ups. So my magic cooldown's down to 2%. Yes, I can get my cooldown up pretty high and I don't have any skills put into it. I'm pretty sure my cooldown does have skills into it, doesn't it? I forget. I forget if I do or not. I'll look at this afterwards. But either way, I still can get my cooldown up pretty high without an artifact, which is without much artifacts. I think I do have like one or two that are lowering my cooldown. But I think that's the best part. And Uranium gets rid of cooldown a lot, but it's really worth it because it ups your strength so much. Like, look at my size of my stuff. My stuff's almost taking up my screen. A part of me is, I don't know, a part of me is sad because a lot of the stuff I had that used to be is kind of getting degraded and upgraded that I don't want. I understand games need to do that, but I just feel like some of it isn't right. Like, I feel like the trap ability, the artifact that you can randomly get, is a very important artifact, and I hate that they got rid of it. Also, here it is. AI magic gives you random traits that you just take. I don't understand a part of not learning them. I just think it's more damage. And I really don't care. True, I'm probably the dumb one here. Don't listen to my ideas. But, like, I also feel like a big downside, though, is, like, just, like, some of the stuff doesn't feel like it should be. Oh, I don't have a mask on. What's my evasion? Did it go down? Was it 28? I can't remember. I think it was 28. It's 28. But, like, I'm kind of sad that some of the that I kind of I don't know if I'm sad that I'm dumb enough to not realize that they wouldn't make you that strong, or it might be more sad that my thing just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. Especially because if you notice, I put it in 4 points to my defense, so I don't even need that, to be honest. I'm pretty sure the only thing adding to that, I don't even think that base 20 is doing anything at this point. Which just makes me sad because I earned up those research points, which, to be honest, research points aren't easy to get. They take a lot of time, money, effort. Let me be honest, I haven't really I've put so much hours in this game. It's just sad that my research points go to waste, and like, of course I could change it out, but a part of me is like, I'm not flipping changing out. A part of me is too stubborn to. Let me be honest, that's more of my problem. I'm too stubborn in some areas like that. Like, I don't want to. I'm not going to. Even if it's wasted. But it just makes me sad. Because my ability just isn't really worth it. Oh yeah, I finally got above 20 for you guys. Because every time I did, I couldn't show you guys that. Yay, but I'm above 20, guys. I'm above 20. See? I made it. I made it past the limit you're supposed to have for this level. Woo! I go up to 27, I think, with this set so far. There are other people that have better sets than me. Go watch those people. They're better than me if you want to do better. I just do this because I think it's a fun game. I love the game. I hope my input's helpful, maybe. I don't really know if my input's helpful. They don't do surveys or stuff. So I don't know if they actually listen to a very small YouTuber, man. Who would listen to me? I don't know. But here it is. The 5 extra levels. To be honest, go check out this game. It's amazing. It's worth it. I love it. You see, I sit here for hours playing this game. I think I've lost, if anything, at least like a good portion of my life to this game. It's so fun though. It's addicting. It's addicting. It's like one of those addiction games. I literally got addicted to this. I love it. Evasion rate. That was actually a good 10 try. But like, guys, go check out the game. Hopefully you don't get too addicted to it like me. But I just love this game. I will admit I do not agree with some of their changes, and I kind of wish they'd bring back some things, like game modes or something, you know? Like I've mentioned in my past videos. Like they bring back the whole situation with only being able to carry like 8 artifacts. I'm an asshole. I feel like they should do a challenge mode. I feel like that's a part of the game that they should bring back a little bit. I do love the ability to carry tons of artifacts and allows you to get fairly far in the game. But I feel like the biggest downside is they took away some of the challenging aspects and just added ability deflation, stat deflation, which sucks. But I used to love the idea of you could only carry 8 artifacts, so I'd point my skills around certain things. Like I'd only focus on spirits and stuff. I'd focus on spirits. I think my old set, before they had all this new stuff like combination magic and all that stuff, my old set used to be a combination of spirits, satellite, electric zone, and then I think I couldn't get that far in the game, so I didn't have much. But I think I also had an addition of fireball and blizzard because I love the slowing effect it does. And then I had finally cloaking and shield as my mains and Armageddon as my last resort. Because Armageddon saves you at last second. I just love that. Cloaking, shield, and Armageddon are some of the best saviors. Because Armageddon will remove almost everything. The only thing Armageddon does never remove, which I'm sad about, is it will never remove those big black things. These boys. Unless it kills it. But that's the only way it will remove it. Armageddon does a high amount of damage to the whole field and removes almost everything, but it will never remove those big things. Those will still be on the field even after Armageddon goes off. Unless he gets killed. I really don't know if it's worth it to get Phoenix Bow after I turn into Blizzard every time. I always wonder sometimes if some of these are actually worth it, because Phoenix Bow gives it extra penetration and true damage, but I'm wondering if that damage actually does count in Blizzard. To be honest, I'd be sad. A lot of this saddens me, because a part of me is like, I feel like I know this game, and a part of me is like, do I know this game? When like certain things come up or certain plans go awry, I'm like, do I know this game? Yeah. I feel like I'm good. I know I'm not the best. Oh no, I'm definitely not the best. But I feel like I'm a decent player. I could be wrong though. I am a small time YouTuber. I'm not really that known. I think like one new person always watches my videos. And they watch up to about a minute of each video. Respect to them, though. Part of me is just sad, though. Because I really want to become something that people can look to and really appreciate. But I don't feel like I'll ever become that big. You know? I don't feel like I'll become that big YouTuber. And part of me would be sad because if you guys have ever watched Markiplier, and you know him, he said one of the saddest things in an interview one time was that he knew that once he becomes a big YouTuber, that he'll never be able to reach out to like the small people. And I barely do that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I have one new person each time watching my things. They never really watch much. Oh, this is gonna be over like 40 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I already know you're only gonna watch a minute of it, but still. I feel so bad when I make these. Because I'm a small time YouTuber. You guys have no reason to watch me this long. I don't know. I'm just disheartened by probably my abilities. I'll admit I don't have much money. And I'll admit I can't really put out the best content. But every time I try doing anything, I just feel disheartened by it. I try my best, but some things just can't be done. I'm always scared whenever I do this stuff. I don't get money from this at all, because nobody watches my things. But sometimes it's just sad that nobody watches it. I want to have an effect on people. A good effect. But like an effect that people are like, hey, I like that guy. Because like Markiplier, I want to be somebody that can help people. Markiplier helped me in my worst times. As well as, if you know Mythand, he was one of my favorite. Those two are my favorite YouTubers. They help me when I'm sad. I watch them every time. They were some of my favorite ones to watch in my worst times. They help me feel better. I want to do that for others. But I'm really not that good at YouTubing. Plus, a few of my plans just go awry because I let the simplest things get to me. What I had planned, I might as well mention it. There was a game I found on my Switch. And I figured out how you can upload Switch videos because I always see people uploading Switch videos, which are so cool. And since I don't get money, I'm pretty sure I'm a small time YouTuber. I highly doubt Nintendo would sue me for uploading a video on Switch of a Switch game. Plus, I'm pretty sure the content creators would have loved watching their content being uploaded if I really got big. But I really loved the game, and I really was like, oh, I want to show people this game because it's really cool. Also, here's the special abilities. But then I kind of realized I need my docking station, which sadly enough, my docking station is destroyed by my little sister. So I realized I couldn't upload. I do have it on cooldown. So I realized I couldn't upload stuff, which I'm gonna be honest, kind of made me sad. Because I love to do stuff for you guys. Literally, I finally started editing. I edited my Secrets of Grindia video because I love Secrets of Grindia and I wanted to edit for you guys. I did get more people watching it though. I think up to 6 people watched me, which really made me happy. I'm just kind of sad now though. Because I'm trying my best, but maybe my best isn't good enough to compete with most YouTubers this age. I did a thumbnail for it. I've uploaded tons of videos, but barely anybody ever stays. My retention rate is 0. And barely anybody watches anything. Not anybody's going to see this. And it's just a little disheartening at this point. Because I feel like I'm doing nothing. I know you guys are probably like, don't get sad. Well, if anybody watched this long, I hope they would say that. Part of me is just sad at the point that I really want to be a great YouTuber. I want to help those that are around me. I want to do my very best every day. Because, to be honest, I don't really like myself. Even though everybody around me is like I'm a great person and everything. But I don't feel like I'm really doing that much to help anybody. I should stop being depressing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be a good YouTuber, man. Sorry. This video's already too long. Nobody's gonna watch this far. It doesn't matter. I hope you guys love the video. Go watch Magic Survival. It's fun. And go play it. Not watch it. Play it. I love you guys. I wish you the best, my snowflakes. Have a great day.